Hello. I know everyone's home right now. I think it called quarantine. It's a new word for me actually. But now I think everyone knows this word. So thanks for my friend. Actually, they request me to. They suggest me to do some videos while during this quarantine time or isolation times. And actually, this is what I've been thinking, but I've just been too lazy and then too busy. Which is it's funny, right? Like everyone's home, like nothing to do. Like how could you be busy? I think lazy would be a better word to describe it. So, what do I do when it's quarantine time? For me, to be very honest, I do whatever I usually do times 10. So what I usually do at home, because my schedule is pretty flexible, I do have pretty good time to stay home all the time. So what I do usually at home, actually, it's I just chill, I guess. I will listen to audiobooks all the time. But that's something I just do along with other stuff. I don't just listen to audiobooks. For example, I wouldn't sit down and just listen to audiobooks. I would like listen to audiobooks at the same time I cook, or I'm cleaning the house, or even though I'm working, I sometimes would just play the audiobooks. But usually when I play the audiobooks during my work or during I like surfing on the internet, I will listen to it again later. Things like that. So I've been reading a lot more books during the quarantine time and watch a lot of videos I always want to watch. For example, like some healthy food recipe, vegan recipe, or a lot of new food cooking ideas. So I don't like cooking, but it seems really tasty, the food. While I don't like to cook anyway, but I still have to eat, so might as well I would just make the meals enjoyable. So for that, then I should learn how to make an enjoyable meal from somebody else who is good at it. So that's why I try to enjoy whatever I have, whatever I could do right now, which is cooking at home. So I watch a lot of videos how to make those meals, and of course do a lot of new experiments on things I always want to try or things that I never tried. For example, before I did a lot of homemade yogurt, homemade cream cheese, and homemade kefir. And then since I found out I have lactose intolerance, so I stopped all those. So now I found out, there is while I was watching those vegan recipe, so I found out there's vegan cheese or vegan yogurt. So now I'm experimenting how to make vegan yogurt. I borrowed the soya milk, and I'm gonna add some culture in it, and then see how it turns out tomorrow. And then and I'm soaking a lot of nuts and trying to make my own almond butter, and then make my own peanut butter, and then of course the rest of them I'm trying to make almond milk as well. And I'm soaking a lot of beans, so I'm trying to make my own sprouts. So I think it's gonna be very fun. I have a lot of time trying a lot of these new things. I think this is really cool. And this new thing is not something I would just do one time, and if it works, I would keep doing it, right? So a lot of time I don't think this is a hard thing to do, but you just need time to experiment them. And when you get a hands on it, and then I think things will just get easy, and then you could put it incorporate them into your daily life, and you get benefit forever. So things like that. And and I think I have to also revisit my kombucha I do have a giant kombucha because when I start to learn make kombucha, so I start with a small jar, and then the Scoby, I don't know if you know what Scoby is. It's the culture. It's a culture that I make the kombucha. So it's like really cute, a really cute jelly-like thing, like a disc. So I had an idea. Wow, what if I make a like giant Scoby, right? Because they will grow according to the size of your jar. So I bought a huge jar like that, and then I grow the scooper into it. So now I have a giant Scoby like this big, and then like this thick already. So what I could do, because it would just keep growing, so I have trouble keeping it. I don't want to throw it away because they are alive. They're literally like living organisms. So, but my friends aren't making kombucha, so I can't give it away. So I do encourage you to like do all these experiments that you're always curious about. And if you don't have any like anything like this, just go surf on the internet and see what can you do, like what kind of new thing that you could do. I think it's better something that, of course, you could do something purely relaxable, and like it's like whatever relax you and you feel good doing it, right? From the busy life you have that you didn't have chance to, or you were just too tired home and then you never want to pick up anything to do, and now is the good time for you to satisfy your curiosity. But for me, I like to do something that have results, like that would be beneficial to me, so, and something I could carry on in life. So that's all this fun thing I'm doing. And I actually bought a pot of herbs. What do you call? Basil leaves? Is it basil? I don't remember the name of the herbs, And then I start to, grow that. Like apparently you cut them and then you soak in the water and then we just grow. So from one pot it will become 10 pots. Like that. I think it's just so fun. And I try to do a lot of exercise to lose weight, and it helped. But my whole body is so sore. I broke my back before, so my back's hurting. I don't know if it's because from the exercise or from the injury from before. I don't know, but I have to stop this couple days because my whole body is in pain, and it's just been so productive these days. Like I found that I don't even have enough time to do stuff I want to. I don't know how people get bored, but of course, because I'm here by myself, I could do whatever I want. I guess people, they have families home and they have kids or whatever. It's like, it's not easy to get everyone entertained, and then you have to juggle in between your whatever, clean the house and between people, and you don't have all the time in the world. But for me, I have all the time in the world to do my own stuff. I think that's too bad. That's the benefit of being single and no kids. But actually, I pick up my my nephew the day before to sleep overnight here. So just to keep him company. I'm joking, like, for him to keep me company. But the whole night he was kicking me, on my face, on my arms, whatever. It's like from sleeping beside me like this, his head is right here, and then he was totally turned around, his foot was right here, and then was kicking me, the whole night. I was, oh my god. So yeah, definitely find some fun thing to do, and something, you want to upgrade, like you could upgrade your skill with. For example, like makeup, like, so, like, although like when I go out I put a mask on, right, but I will still put full makeup, and I took my time to put the makeup on, because that's the time you get practice, right, and you have no rush. And then also the hair too, so I watch a lot of, like, not a lot, like, you just, before you go out, like, you start preparing earlier. You just find something on Pinterest, like hair ideas, and then makeup ideas, and then find the one that you really like, and then just practice doing these things so enjoyable, making yourself look good, and then you learn the technique, and then again you can carry it on over in your life, like you can repeat it. I think it's amazing. And there's so many things I want to improve in the house, so I could keep doing all these things. It's just amazing. And if you really want to talk, if you are extrovert, you have to talk to your friend. You have to have people connections. Then you could actually video chat. I think it's pretty good. Like my friend called me, like video chat actually was better than I thought. Like it was clear, and then it was no delay, and then it's pretty real, especially you already knew that person. So it's totally durable. It's just don't let it be an excuse that to really socially distance yourself. I think socially distance yourself, what it means is a physically distance, but you don't have to. You could stay like connected with your friends and people you care. Definitely, it just depends on how much effort you put into every relationship. You need to put some kind of effort and investment and resource into it to maintain or to improve the relationship. Like a lot of people, they are so close to me physically, but we are like so distant, like in terms of relationship. But some people are so far away, but we could be really closely connected, here. So it's not about the physical distance. So it really take the chance now to appreciate whatever you have, your resource, whatever you have, and try to make good use of the resource, and then build something you didn't have time to build from before. With people who you care, and then now is the time to call them, just to chit chat. Don't even think about what you want to say. Don't even think about that, what kind of conversation you want to have with that person. As long as that person comes up in your mind, that is someone you cared, just call. And then you can build conversation from there. That's it, because it's a both way. Communication is a both way. So maybe he or she would come up some topics, something to talk. And so just keep rolling, all right? So that's it. Don't feel stress on that, and don't think it's weird or strange, whatever. Strange or weird, this is just a very subjective idea. And this is the time to really put into action to show how much you appreciate what you have right now. You see, people spend their life or 14 hours a day, I don't know how much resource, mental power to build a career, to build a family, and that's it. The virus came from nowhere, and someone died, someone you care died, that you never have time to love that person, to really put into action to show how much you appreciate that person, and he left. That's it. Or maybe that's not him or her or someone you care, maybe that's you left. They didn't have time to love you because you was not available, or you didn't have time to offer your love because you was not available to yourself, to them. This is a time that find no reasons or excuses to yourself or to other people that you don't have enough to give or to create whatever, to build. You have everything. You have a cell phone that you can make connect with, and you have everything. If you think you cannot, there's something you cannot do, and the situation is not perfect enough for you to do so, there's a problem. The problem is you. So when you're busy, you're too busy. When now you have time and you got another excuse, no. Pick up the phone and call people who you really care, and before it's too late. And then enjoy life, before it's too late. And you don't need to do a lot of very meaningful, powerful things, or you don't need to go out and to do something really grateful or something that really impress people, or be the hero, or go out to volunteer, whatever. If you feel like, if this is what you call, that you're calling, go do it. If this is not, then just at least enjoy yourself. And this is the easiest, simple way that everyone can do to be responsible to their life, to the life they're given. So stay safe, and then do whatever makes you appreciate life more. And I do encourage you to go try to find your meaning of life during this time. How? I would say start from questioning yourself, what is the meaning of your life? And then now you really have time to slow down to think and be aware of how you were in the past few years, or the life that you had before. How you were doing? Is there something you were happy about? And then I will suggest you to look for spiritual some spiritual engagement. There are a lot of resources on the internet, and there are a lot of books that I could refer you to. I could put some reference on the link below, on the description. And then if you're religious, maybe it's the time to question about your religions. So is that just a habit, or is it just inherent from your family? Is it a tradition to you, or is it something you really believe in, and you really truly know what are you believing in and practicing? I think this is the time to really to find out the truth, behind everything. Don't just do it because it's a habit. Don't just do it because you've been doing it, so because it's a tradition. I think it's always good to find out the reason behind it, and you could still choose to continue it or not after you find out the truth or the reason behind those actions and those behavior. This is your choice. So rather you want to continue at least, but the reason that you're making this choice, right? I think this is very important. Stay awake, stay sober in life. That's it.